Donald Trump has won the state of Florida, a critical step in the president's possible path back to the White House. But in the first major surprise of election night, Joe Biden has established a commanding lead in Arizona, leaving the national race on a knife edge. With 97% of the votes counted, the Associated Press called Florida for Mr. Trump a victory that would see him pick up the Sunshine State's 29 electoral college votes. Despite the big loss, Joe Biden said in a short address this morning that he felt he was still on track to win the election.
But we're feeling good. We're feeling good about where we are. We believe one of the nets has suggested we've already won Arizona, but we're confident about Arizona. That's a turnaround. We also just called it for Minnesota, and we're still in the game in Georgia, although that's not one we expected.
Follow the latest updates on the US election at standard.co.uk. Scuffles broke out between police and protesters during an election night demonstration around Washington DC's renamed Black Lives Matter plaza. Demonstrators squared off with officers near to the White House after two men were detained outside the Labourers International Union building. It was not clear why they were being held. Officers on bikes formed a barrier between the men and the crowd as protesters tried to force themselves through. MPs are to vote on a new 4-week coronavirus lockdown for England amid warnings the NHS will be overwhelmed with thousands more deaths unless action is taken. With Labor backing the new restrictions, which are due to come into force tomorrow, the government is expected comfortably to win today's Commons vote. Nevertheless, Prime Minister Boris Johnson is facing a revolt by some Tory backbenchers, angry at the impact on civil liberties and the economic damage the measures will cause. It is thought about 15 Conservative MPs could defy the whips and vote against the new controls, although the parliamentary arithmetic means their rebellion is likely to be largely symbolic. Police colleagues will pay their respects at the funeral of a London officer killed in the line of duty. 54-year-old Sergeant Matt Ratana of the Metropolitan Police was fatally shot at Croydon Custody Centre in South London in the early hours of September 25 as he prepared to search a handcuffed suspect. Metropolitan Police Commissioner Dame Cressida Dick will be among the speakers representing colleagues, friends and family, paying tribute to the New Zealand-born Sergeant Ratana at the service being held in Sussex today. It will be led by Prebendary Jonathan Osborne MBE, Senior Chaplain at the Metropolitan Police, and Maori Speaker the then Joe Kelly Moore, Archdeacon of Canterbury.